Hey guys, I'm Aradhya Goswami, 3D visualizer by profession. Welcome to my first tutorial on how to model curvilinear structures using 3ds Max. I have made this tutorial because I want to help some beginners and those who want to learn about 3D architectural visualization. So it's my initiative to help those people. So let's start our journey with this first tutorial on how to model curvilinear structures using 3ds Max. I will be using 3ds Max and V-Ray in my tutorials, in my upcoming tutorials, but for this tutorial I will just use 3ds Max because I will not showing how to render. I will just showing how to model. Okay, let's start. Okay, this is the reference image I have set already in my 3ds Max file. Nothing fancy, it's just a plane and a texture applied on it, and this is the structure I will be creating in the 3ds Max. Okay, so the first step in creating such structures is to understand the flow of the design. So we can see that this design has curves and it's flowing like this. Okay, so first I will use line. You can find line in shapes, line, and I will trace out the boundaries of the structure and then we will proceed further. Okay, let's start with tracing out the boundaries. Just click it and use the line to trace out the boundaries. You have to understand the flow of your design before making any 3D model. So I am just creating the spline boundary using the line tool. That's it. One more thing, I assume that you have basic knowledge of 3ds Max, so I will be not explaining each and every basic thing. So this is the structure we have got, and I'm pushing the plane backward so that I can have some area to work. So this is the line structure we have traced from the reference image. So now the trick is I will use a polygon and I will extrude it along the spline. So I will create a polygon, and this is the polygon, and the main thing is that you have to place it in front of the starting point of your line. So it should not be in the center exactly, but you should place in front of your line. Okay, this is the polygon, and right click, convert to editable poly, and press 4 for polygon mode. So I have selected polygon that is facing our starting point of the line. Okay, now come to the properties and extrude along spline. So here we have an option, pick spline. Click on it and select the spline. Okay, so you can see that you have got the basic structure, but it does not have any definition. Okay, so create some definition. To create some definition, we will have to increase the segments. So I'm just increasing the segments up to 22. It is sufficient. We can see the basic shape. Just press F4 so that you can see the edges. It is called smooth plus highlight plus edit faces mode. Okay, just turn it on. Okay, yeah, we have got this basic shape. You can see that here some geometry is intersecting, but never get worried because we can just make it right. Okay, this is the structure. I am just moving the vertices so that geometries are not intersecting with each other. Okay, so this is the basic shape. Now the second part is, we can see that we have basic boundary shape, but we need to add depth in this shape. So what I will do is I will select the backward vertices, all the backward vertices, you can better see this light, and I will place them behind, and I will move them behind so that it will get some definition, it will get some depth. Okay, so this is the structure right now. Okay, I think that we need to add an edge here so that we can add some more definition to it. I have created one more edge, and so this is the structure. The next step is that I will place all these backward vertices in the upward position, in the higher position, so that we can see that this is the plane. The backward side is on higher mode, and the front side it comes down. So I will select all the backward vertices and I will match to the reference. Okay, so this is the process. I'm just doing the same. I'm just switching again and again from the perspective view to the front view so that I can match the reference. You can switch between wireframe modes to the agitated phase mode, and this is the process. And just keep positioning the vertices as per the reference picture. So this is the reference picture, and we are just tweaking our vertices as per the reference. So this is the basic structure. Oh, I'm sorry, I just mistakenly placed the wrong vertex. So you can again place it in the right place. Okay. So this is the basic shape, but it has not got this definition or details. So what I will do is first I will check if everything is in place. Yeah, it's in place, and I will add connects in the shape. So select this edge, press Alt plus R, and give some connects in it. I think 4 or 5 connects are sufficient. And also because we will be using editable poly modifier, turbo smooth modifier on that, so I will provide binding edges here. Binding edges are necessary to preserve the shape of the geometry. So if I will give 2 binding edges on the corners, then shape will be preserved and it will not be smoothened by the turbo smooth modifier. Okay, and 1 more edges in the side also, because if we will not give the supporting edges in the side, then it will also create problem in turbo smooth modifier. So I am giving supporting edge here, and 1 more here. It should be close to the end so that it can preserve the definition. Okay, that's the structure, and now I will put the turbo smooth modifier so that we can smoothen the shape. And this is the isoline display check, and you can see the shape, and press Shift S to hide spline. Shift S is the shortcut for hiding splines. If you will use Shift G, then you will hide the geometry. So let's get it back. So this is the structure, you can see, and it's very easy. One more thing, because you can see that there is some depth in this section and some depth in this section, but we cannot see this depth in our model. So I will be using FFD 4x4x4 to create this depth. We can create this by go to control points and select these points. Select these points, come in the front view, or rotate your what control points in the y direction, so that you can see that now we are having some definition. And again, to match the reference, I will use editable poly, and you can turn on show end result on and off toggle, so I can see how it looks after applying turbo smooth and FFD. So this is the result here, and some more tweaking here like this, and this is done. Okay, so now we have made the our first curvilinear structure, and we can add some details. It's up to you. What would you like to do? So thank you for watching this tutorial. Bye bye.